You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, this is a shocker, but I don't know that I'm completely surprised. And we certainly know UNC football has got an affinity for older coaches. But I think some people are surprised that Bill would take this interview. I'm kind of not. I don't think Bill Belichick necessarily gives a rip whether he was to coach in the NFL or college, except that Don Shula record, all right, which a lot of people knows is something that in the background hovers and that Bill is interested in. But nonetheless, this is getting quite a response. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the one thing I keep seeing is, yeah, but could he recruit? How would he recruit? Well, I can tell you right now, I think he's going to sit down with parents, and I think they're going to love him. Number two, you want to talk about swag? He's going to walk in with 6 Super Bowl rings. 6. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute, all right? I've said John Gruden would be good in college. He'd walk in wearing 1, right? And you know one thing right off the bat, you know what's going to happen? Bill's going to bring his staff. All of a sudden, North Carolina's got Josh McDaniels as their offensive coordinator. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's a hell of an upgrade if they were able to get this done. And let's be honest, Booster's pockets would be huge. But guys, this is a real story, and it is breaking all over the place now. You're seeing it right there. Former Patriots coach Bill Belichick interviews for North Carolina coaching job. A lot of jokes out there, and we'll get to those. I get it. But nonetheless, this is from 24/7 Sports. Right here, 6-time Super Bowl champion coach interviewed for the head coaching vacancy at North Carolina this week. Inside Carolina first reported it Thursday. He was among a group of candidates Tar Heels have spoken with since the firing of Matt Brown on November 26th. I wonder who all they talked to. It looks like Tulane head coach John Sumrall and Georgia defensive coordinator Glenn Schumann, among others. Roll those 2 names off your tongue and throw Bill Belichick in the mix. Which one of the 3 do you think carry the most weight? Inside Carolina first reported Sunday the initial contact between Belichick and UNC officials. ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter reported in September that Belichick was eyeing a return to coaching, and he was going to be very choosy. He turned down the D.C. offers in San Francisco and with the Rams. Look, I got to give both those programs in the NFL credit. They at least took a swing. I don't McVay and Shanahan, don't blame them a bit. I would have taken a swing and seen what I could have done in trying to get him there. UNC is 1 of 4 jobs at the Power 4 level, along with UCF, West Virginia, and Purdue. Keep an eye on West Virginia and Bill as well. Now, if he could get somehow to Navy, one of these military academies, we know how Bill feels about that, right? I got to tell you, a lot of the discussion on New England radio right now is what would the Patriots look like? Because at the end of last year, Bill said, I would be willing to relinquish my personnel duties. And I don't know that a lot of people believe that. But if you were to believe it and he agreed to do it, he would still be the coach there, and Drake May would be your quarterback. Now, I understand we can say a lot of things about Bill, but in-game management of ball and situational football, he was still among the best in the league. This team would have 5 or 6 wins right now with Bill Belichick, the Patriots, with that roster. With Drake May as the quarterback? Yeah. Why? Because Steve Belichick, not Gerard Mayo, by the way, and Bill Belichick would still have that defense playing really good football. And by the way, Matthew Judon would still be rushing off the edge right now. It wouldn't be. It'd be a 5-7, 6-6 team, and at least you'd be flirting with the playoffs this season. I mean, honestly. So, little reaction from this right here. UNC basketball school. Bill Belichick comes stomping in with the WWE entrance right there. Let me see. Let me see if this is. I don't want to get a copyright, but Stone Cold. Oh yeah. The GOAT, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's right. He'd hate the recruiting side of things. Methinks. I'm not so sure about that. Dry sense of humor, funnier than you think. Obviously, he can connect with youth. He's got a 23-year-old girlfriend right now. I mean, seriously. Wow, UNC about to take over ACC in basketball and football. If he comes in, do they win the ACC the first year? I think you're at least in the mix, like heavily in the mix. It's interesting. Bill's about to get back into the game. College football operates like the NFL now. Why not? He would get a big front office and a scouting department. Yeah, and he could. His kids. Steve Belichick's going to be a good defensive coordinator for somebody in the NFL one day. Seriously, him trying to recruit would bring me constant laughter. Defensive players, defensive college players would want to play for Bill Belichick. I'm just saying right now. Please, please, please. I mean, wow, shocking to say the least. Yeah, I mean, it was. Sleeveless Tar Heel hoodies are about to go worldwide. You got to admit, those things would be fire. They would be fire. You got to wonder, would Ohio State call him? I got to wonder with that talent. Oh, hell. Make the ACC great again. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. That really is. I mean, come on. Oh, there we go. Not a bad option. Not the top option either. Who's the top option? I assume Nick Saban's not walking through that door. I mean, Kirby Smart, I assume, is not going to leave Georgia. I mean, these top guys are probably not going to leave their programs. Although some have speculated Dan Lanning might actually get away from Oregon at some point. I don't know. I think this would be interesting. That said, yeah, come replace Venables at Oklahoma. Honestly, that's a pretty good call right there. Yeah, there's Bill right there checking it out at the combine. I think it's awesome. I do. That said, if I'm to make a prediction, I'm recording with this guy in my lap. If I was to make a prediction, I still think Bill goes to the NFL. I think the Bengals are going to be all up in this. The Jacksonville Jaguars are really going to be all up in this, and I think that feels ultimately like where he goes. And I wonder, because I think Mike McCarthy's going back to the Cowboys now all of a sudden. But in the Giants, I think the man wants to coach the Giants. And I get it, former DC there, Parcells, all of that. I could see that. But he's going to get all the structure. They will give him all the structure in Jacksonville that he wants. And I bet he looks at a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence and he thinks, I can win 12 games with him. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.